Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I have another speed build for you guys, which I feel like I haven't done one in a little bit. Although actually this might be going up after I do my 100 vampire baby house build. It probably will be because I need to do that first. But I recorded this when I had a snow day last week, so I thought that I would go ahead and just film the voiceover for it because I don't have space on my computer to record any other videos at the moment, so I'm trying to push this one out and get it rendered and stuff so I have it ready to go up whenever I decide to put this up. So you can see it either a week from now or in 2 weeks, I don't know, but it'll go up eventually. So as you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail, this is the solid color challenge. So I was really excited to do this because, well, I thought for one it was a challenge, and two, it looked really fun to kind of have a house that's just one solid color basically. Obviously there's different ranges of like blue in this house, but the thing is I originally was gonna do purple because I went onto a website that like you could choose a random color, and I was gonna do purple, but then I was like, you know what, my favorite color is blue, so I decided to go ahead and do blue. I'll link you guys to the actual challenge, which supposedly you're supposed to get assigned a color, but like I didn't follow that, and none of the YouTubers that I watch do this followed that. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wing it and just pick a color. And I like, as you guys can see, I started putting down purple doors, but I ended up changing my idea to blue. Like I even had like the colors of the house like in purple and everything, but I decided to cut that out because it's not necessary if I'm not actually doing purple. And oh my god, let me tell you, building the actual structure of the house took me so long to figure out because I've never really built a house like this before, or like this type of style, so I was having so much trouble. Like I didn't even include 2 bits of footage of me actually trying to design the house in the first place because I was having the hardest time ever, and it was just, I don't know, I wanted to try something new for once, like an actual like, what would you call it, like a family home, I guess, because I don't know, I feel like that's something I want to try and learn and build more, because I feel like it would look nice to have some very well-made family houses instead of like my weird, you know, I don't even know what kind of house I build. I just build houses and then clutter them up inside, or try to clutter them up as much as possible. But I don't know, I had a lot of fun actually doing this. It took me pretty much the entire day building this house, well, on and off, because I woke up really early that day. I think it was like, well, early for me. So I woke up, I think, around like 8 o'clock, and for some reason I just got this spark of inspiration to get up and start building. Well, obviously not actually physically building, but you know, building in the Sims. But I just was really like excited to do it, so I was working on and off and like trying to come up with a design, and it was a struggle, but I had a lot of fun finding pieces and finding different blues for furniture and just wall color and everything like that. It definitely became harder though because I wanted to like make everything like work together, but there's some like blues in there that are like fall into like blue greens, like a turquoise kind of color, and I was just like unsure about whether or not it worked or not, and I don't know, I think in the end it came out looking fine. I'm pretty happy with the inside. Although there's some areas that I wish I could have like decorated a little bit more, but you pretty much can't use anything that isn't blue, for example, or like the color that you've chosen. So it was definitely harder. But the thing about the Sims is like they have a thing where you can select, you know, which color you're looking for, which is awesome. So it makes like building with a certain color a lot easier. And decorating the outside I had so much trouble with because I wanted to obviously make it blue, so I was like trying to use a lot of blue flowers and stuff, but then in the end I ended up going back and adding like green little like kind of like vine looking things onto the house, which actually I just remember that there's like these flowery ones that I could have added, but I completely forgot about them, that they existed, until actually yesterday I was working on a house and I remembered, and I was like, oh man, like I'm not about to go back and like redo it. But in the video I didn't actually add the green vines because that was like an afterthought, because I thought the house looked a little bit too empty for me, because since the walls are basically solid blue, which I mean I could have freaking used the blue siding. Why didn't I think about that? Oh my god, I think it's because when I was doing the purple there wasn't really any purple like siding or anything, so I decided to go ahead and do blue freaking wall color. Why did I do that? There's literally, with the Sims 4 cats and dogs, a bunch of blue sightings came out, and I just, oh my god. Like, why did I don't know. I guess I wasn't thinking when I was doing it. I mean, I can always go back and, like, fix it if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to actually really worry about it because it's not, like, the biggest deal in the world. It's still blue, and mostly now, like, the house is covered with the green vines, as I was saying. But the thing is, like, you're able to use, like, green plants and stuff, so I was happy about that because I was like, we don't have, like, blue plants or purple. But yeah, so moving on to the inside. So the inside, I feel like I couldn't, like, clutter as much because of the fact that there isn't that much blue stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I tried my best to find items that had blue. Like, the kitchen, I feel like, still looks so empty to me, and I don't know why, or, like, it's like, the shape of the kitchen, for one, is, like, a mess. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to be placed. Like, obviously, I figured out a way to have it, but it's just, it didn't work. Like, it just was really weird. I don't know. I don't really like it. And then, oh my god, the living room area, the only blue TV that they have is the freaking penguin. And I feel like the penguin might not even be enough blue. I mean, the whole backing, I think, is blue, so I guess it is enough blue. I think the rule was the item has to be 60% blue. So now that I think about it, that little lampshade thing, that's pretty much more white than blue, right? So I should have probably rethunk that one, but oh well. I mean, I'm not going back now. I tried my best. It was definitely, like I said, a challenge, but I thought it was, in general, like, a cool thing to try. So if you guys would like to do this, I say go ahead and do it, because it's really interesting to have a house that's just fully one color. I mean, I guess I kind of do this for my not so berry challenge houses, but I don't think to this extent, like, where everything has to be that color. I feel like if that was the case, it'd be a little bit too much for me. But I mean, if you're really that extra, feel free to. Like, the only thing that I was thinking this entire time while I was building this house was the I'm Blue song. Like, what is it? I'm blue, double D, double die, or whatever. I don't want to sing it because I don't want to be, like, awkward, you know, and, like, make a fool out of myself, because, well, you know, actually, I already do that anyway, so, like, I don't know why I'm scared about that, because I already do that. Oh my god, I'm so weird. I need to stop. But, like, I say that so much. I say I'm so weird. I need to stop. I say 100% a lot. I don't know where I got that from, but I'm like, oh yeah, 100%. Like, I don't know where I'm getting these phrases from, but they're just a part of my vocabulary now, and, like, I don't know. It's just me now. Like, it's weird. Here I go saying weird again. I gotta accept that, you know, we're not normal. Everybody has their own strange, weird quirks and everything. Why am I going deeper on this topic? I don't know. I was just saying. But look how much blue's in this house. Like, I'm just looking at, like, how much there is already. And it's just so much blue. But I, like, love it because, like, blue is my favorite color. And has been for, like, the longest time. I think it might be because, like, when I was younger, my mom used to dress me in, like, a lot of blue clothing because, well, I have blonde hair and blue eyes. So I feel like my mom, you know, thought that it complimented. So maybe that's why. So I wore a lot of blue, but, you know, I didn't mind it. I remember specifically, I think I was in 4th grade, I think, and my mom bought me, like, I think it was, like, 3, like, sweatsuits from the Gap, and they were all different shades of blue. So, like, one was, like, a light blue, another one was, like, I think, like, a darker blue, and then another one was another shade of blue. And I remember those were, like, my favorite things to wear to school. That's so weird now, though, to think that, because, like, when I go to school, like, I don't feel, like, comfortable wearing sweats, which sounds weird because, like, sweats are supposed to be super comfortable for you and stuff, but, like, I just don't feel like I'm put together enough for school. Not that I should feel like I need to be put together for school, but, like, you know what I mean? I just feel weird wearing, like, sweatpants to school. Like, sometimes it's an exception when I, like, feel like I really need to, or just I don't feel like getting ready for school, which is very rare. I mean, I pretty much don't feel like getting ready for school any day, but, I mean, basically now it's just, like, I throw on a pair of jeans and a sweatshirt, and, like, I just don't even care anymore, honestly. School's just, talking about school just makes me, like, stressed out, because the past week, like, I went back to school, so I had school on Monday. I didn't have school Tuesday and Wednesday because I had a snow day, and then Thursday and Friday I had school. But let me just tell you guys, Thursday was the worst day ever because, well, so I have this class, right? And for this class, we're supposed to like do a self-portrait, but kind of also portray another thing about yourself within the portrait. And the portrait's only like the first part of the project. You have to like do like screen printing. If you guys don't know what that is, I would suggest just Google it. But it's a lengthy process to, you know, have a final product. So my portrait that I was doing, I had an idea for it. But then she said it was too simple, so I ended up going back to the drawing board and did it again. And then I had like a rough sketch of it, and then I showed her the final piece, and she basically told me she didn't like anything that I did. So I'm like, so now I have like no time to work on this project, and you don't even like what I did. And personally, I liked it because, well, obviously I made it. And so basically I have to go back to the drawing board, and this is a class that I'm considering dropping because at this point I don't even think I'm able to do like well in this class because, well, obviously I don't want my grade to suffer because I've already worked so hard to get my grades up since I took a break from school a couple years ago. And so I don't want my GPA to get worse because I've already been working, again, so hard to get my GPA up again after my really rough time in school. And it's so frustrating because I know how she grades and how rough she is at grading, and that she's not going to, like, grade me on, I don't know, it's so hard to explain her grading system. Like, for her, an average grade is a C, and average grade is supposed to be a B. Not a C, but a B. So I don't know where she learned her grading system from, but it is definitely not a C. So it's to say the least, I had a mental breakdown that day. I was talking to her and I was trying to hold back tears because I was like, I've already spent so much time working on this stuff, and I now have literally no time to work on this because it requires lots and lots of hours. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I am literally stressing out a little bit. No, not even a little bit. Way too much that I just, like I was literally in the library crying because it was too much for me. I couldn't take it because how much, like, see, the thing is, like, I had this one professor who was amazing. I took her for painting, and she basically, you had an idea or concept, she would let you do it, and as long as you know, worked through it, and, like, even if it wasn't the best, like, I remember I made a self-portrait of myself, and I hated it. I hated it so much, and she freaking loved it, and I was like, are you serious? She's like, I remember when I had my critique, and she was like, I know you hate this painting, but I absolutely love it. And I was just like, what? Like, that just made me so happy because, like, no matter what you did, she always found something nice to say about it. She didn't, like, throw you down or anything, like, saying, like, this is terrible or, like, you should fix this, fix this, fix this. And, like, it's just, you know, like, when you're working, especially in art, I feel like you should be able to be creative in your own way and show things through your eyes instead of having somebody tell you that this is how you have to do it and all that, because that is just not okay with me. Like, I'm just trying to do my best and they're like throwing me down, and I'm just like, you know what am I supposed to do? Why don't you just make this project and make it how you want it? Because honestly, I'm just so over it. But guys, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and have you guys watch the rest of these screenshots, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This will be up on the gallery if anybody is interested in downloading it, or at least, like, you can remove the stuff inside and make it whatever color you want or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye, guys.